So instead of letting the soil treat it, they sort of bury it in these very deep wells. Now, you have to consider that there's water flowing under the ground in aquifers. So instead of purifying the sewage before it gets there, they're dropping the sewage right next to these underground rivers. And this would also include little salt springs and warm mineral springs, because this is water coming up from way down in the surface. And you, just like they did in the well in the Gulf, they are creating wells far down into the surface of the earth. Now, Florida is not granite like some places. It is a very sandy and shifting soil. There is can be a lot of pressure depending on how these wells are pumped with the sewage. Pressure causes cracking. And with the cracking, all this poopy water will spread underground and contaminate the underground water supply. Now, that is the rest of the story. The main point is they can't charge you for a septic tank. And they want money. This is all about money. So what I want to show you also is a diagram, and it shows how toxic injection wells fail. And if you look closely at these pictures, you can see that this is the deep well, and it goes down. Actually, this is considered the potable water supply. Let's see if I can get a little close up. Potable water is down here, and then you have these big well heads. And remember, this is all treated sewage being pumped down here. The earth from the pressure can fracture. Shows it can go up this way to the potable water. It can fracture and go up through the fracture. It can go up alongside of it. And looking at some of these others, if there is an abandoned well, it can then find its way of least resistance up into that and then spread into the water system. So, folks, you are misled to believe that it is a good thing to be on sewer. And really, what we should all be doing is making sure that we have septic systems that are adequate for the size of the lots. Hi, I talked to you previously in one of my other videos about how Florida Forever paid the Robinson Carltons money for their property. Recently, I've heard that something connected with Florida Forever and a very recent bill was passed through the Florida legislature. And it is my understanding, it's possible that I'm not fully informed, but I think it's something that we should all check into. And it is that new types of septic tanks are going to be required. And these pump air into the septic tank. And this is popular now on the east coast of Florida. And I've talked to someone who has been up in arms about it because he bought a house with this particular septic tank in it. He called the manufacturer when he received a code enforcement notice that he needed to have his septic tank tested and twice, I think every year. And so he called the company, and the guy in Alabama said to him, well, you know what you do, good old boy, says you go on down to Walmart and you buy scrunchie pad, one of those green ones, and you cut it in a circle and you put it as a filter and you listen, and if there's air, it's working. Well, he said they wanted to charge him $600 a year for this, but he's in trouble because he did it himself for 50 cents. And this seems to be the problem with society. We are manipulated by business. They don't like things that they can't charge you for. That's why now they can monitor septic tanks. They can force all of us who remain on septic to convert our systems at huge expenses to ourselves to these new systems, where then we are forced to pay so much a year. And somebody, it's been my experience, has the finger in the pie. Somebody will be getting all this money. But remember, this is for the benefit of the environment. This is for our benefit. Don't be fooled. It's for theirs. Okay, this is Northport Wastewater Treatment Plant. We're actually not sure what is the sewage, whether it's in this great big tank or whether this is a water holding tank, but it's a huge facility, and you can see some more pipes and stuff going on in here. It's my understanding that sometimes they are blending water with Southwest Florida Water Management District with Peace River water. Okay.